So my experience has been unique, to say the least, because it's allowed me to open my eyes to ways I definitely can improve and how I need to improve for my patients in the future. I chose this office because it was going to highlight the things I want to achieve in my life. I'm very passionate about one day opening my own business and my own practice, and I chose Dr. Lowe because Dr. Lowe has amazing business sense, and he has most of my life I've had plenty of jobs where I know how to be a great employee, but my goal is to be a great employer. So being under Dr. Lowe's tutelage is phenomenal, to say the least. And I've seen so many different patients' perspectives here, and getting to engage with different areas got me out of my comfort zone, which is the best way to grow. So that's why I said it's unique here, because everybody's experience is going to be different, but I am so grateful for the experience I've had here. I've grown from this experience realizing that, when challenges arise, as far as, let's say, trying to keep pushing myself, learning new information, constantly learning different technique procedures, therapeutic procedures. The first week or two, I felt like I was getting overloaded, like I first started the chiropractic program. But I took a deep breath, and when I opened myself and realizing that this office and the people in this office is, they're just not office workers, they're family members. They treat their patients like family. They treat their co-workers as if they're their cousins, their aunties, everything like that. And that's what I love so much. So whenever I had struggled, it was people waiting for me to open my mouth and say, hey, what can we, so they can say, hey, I'm here to help you. So I've learned so much in this office as far as being able to let people help me, and then that way I can grow the best way possible, and that way the patients in the future are going to be that more respected. That's what taught me a little bit of maturity, realizing I don't need to rely on myself, but being able to, while I'm lending helping hand, I should have my hands open to receive the help as well. Whenever I was looking for peak offices, I know a lot of docs near Life University, and they're all great people, but Dr. Lowe stood out to me because he asked the one question. So I advise every student to pay attention. Please pay attention. When it comes to those interviews, they're always going to be like, okay, what can you do for me? Dr. Lowe was the one doctor who asked me, what do I want out of my peak experience? And in that moment, it shook me, because I had to really analyze. Because I just knew, okay, interview, all right, cool. I've done plenty of job interviews in my life, so I knew how to make myself seem presentable. But he was actually asking, as a servant, how can he best serve my education? And I did a self-analysis and meditation, and I realized the three things I want out of my experience are to get honed in my technique, to become more masterful, to learn about business and how to run a successful business, and to be involved in the community, because my love language is acts of service. And when it came down to it, Lowe Chiropractic and Wellness met all three of those criteria. So that's one thing. So please, to the future peak students, future DCs, the future servants of chiropractic, please examine what you want out of the experience, and not how you can just meet the cookie cutter type office, and see if that office actually fits you. That way you actually grow to it. All right, it won't be super, you might not fit into it, if it stresses you out, if it makes you push your boundaries, that's a good thing. You don't want to be the same person you were when you started the peak experience. You want to grow, you want to evolve. If you're not evolving, you're dying. So my advice is, analyze your truest self and see what the person you need to become for your future and your future patients, and find and surround yourself with the people that's going to help you get there. I'm just so grateful for the Lowe Chiropractic and Wellness family for accepting me. I'm grateful for my friend Dr. Nikita Minot for even introducing me to the Lowe Chiropractic and Wellness family. And just grateful to God for all the opportunities, the people, and the challenges He welcomes, because that's the greatest growth happens is when you got to go through adversity. So, and this office has helped me out so much. So grateful, and I can definitely say I'm not the same person as was when I started here. Definitely not the same person when I started, at Life University. It's helped me evolve, and I'm so confident and so excited to take care of the patients in my future. Thank you so much.